Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Techno Wizard Show. I am your friendly neighborhood Techno Wizard. Today's episode is going to be about magic combat. It's kind of a unique thing because you can't cast a spell while being punched in the face. That's one of the easiest ways to stop a mage from doing something. Sorry, it's plausible. On the other hand, if a mage can cast a spell in close combat, that can be quite devastating. However, today's show is going to be about magic and magic combat. We'll do this real quick. Here we go. Every character has strengths and weaknesses. Yes, they do. Now, certain spells take a melee to cast, other ones don't. And here's the thing. I'll go over this as, the weaknesses of spell casting. Offensive spells are very low, limitation range, all that kind of stuff. Think about spells as like guns. You got a certain distance, you got a certain amount of power with them. High to mid levels are 2 and 3 mage melee attacks. That leaves, now here's the thing, if you're a mage, that leaves you open to attack. Vulnerability, it's called vulnerability to the press the attack, i.e. you're starting to, I summon, and then the guy just bolts up the hill at you. Okay, well, he may get to you before you get that one off. This is why often you want to protect your mages with other guys. Why you want to have a balanced party. When a spell, and like Bum Rush, invocations can be popped off in 3 to 4 seconds. Like, was it, I think Fireball or, Discharge or Befuddle or something like that. And I was like, yep. So he gets close. So you can pop that off. The longer ones take longer, and the longer it takes to cast one of those, don't forget, that leaves you vulnerable for an entire melee round. I'll get into combat a little later, but melee rounds, you essentially get so many melee actions per melee. Melee is 15 seconds. And each melee action is like 3 to 4 seconds, depending on how many you get. Just, okay, if you have 3 melee actions, every one of your melees is going to take 5 seconds. That's it. That's how you divide it up. And then again, if you're a juicer, you have like 12 attacks. So everything's happening in like a second. But then again, advantage of being a juicer. All right. So you are vulnerable in combat very specifically to attacks. I.e., if you're about to whip up some willing hellhound, Ghostbusters, hey. And remember, if anybody asks you if you're a god, Ray, you say yes. All right, got the Ghostbusters joke out of the way. But like if you're about to cast magic missile, it's magic. If it takes more than one melee round, like you can't pop it off, that leaves you vulnerable for that one melee round. I.e., you have to stand there, and it's like you're, right here, let me do this one. This is kind of the thing I'm going for here. See, understand this. See the guy at the bottom? He's kind of casting a spell. Something tells me that's high level because it's just rippling around him. So that may take him 1 or 2 melees. Or 3. During which time, he can get shot in the face. Somebody can throw a hand grenade at him. Somebody could bum rush him. And, of course, when a spell is interrupted, the mage must start all over again. This is the next little section. Now, if it's interrupted, he doesn't lose any PP. Good part about it. Bad part is, he has to start all over again. So, here we go. Now, like I said, getting bum rush your mage is probably a good idea if he's casting something big, not a good idea if he's casting something because usually you get the guy charging up and the mage will get one thing off before they get to him. Now, if the mage is smart, that's Armor of Ithan or some wall or something. And that's the disadvantage of a mage, is that you have to have some time to concentrate. Now, in combat, I want everybody to remember this is game combat, not like real combat. Been in the military, I understand real combat. Real combat's a furball of things. However, in game, you can't cast magic when under direct attack. I.e., if somebody's shooting at you, hammer by full press attack. I.e., attacker keeps striking him at every opportunity. Basically, if some guy's hammering at you with his fist, there's no possibility of getting anything off. You don't have enough time to respite. You don't, if you're blocking, parrying, you're you can't concentrate. You can't do it. So this means as a mage character, you're going to have to be very smart on how you do this, on how you play. I.e., the best option for a mage character is to get right behind the tank. You can pop off things over and around the tank, but the tank usually prevents you from getting hit. Or juicer is one of the best things to have if you're a mage, because that juicer can sit there with a shield and move really quickly and defend you. But like I said, it's just impossible in combat if you're under direct attack. That's the thing about being a mage. Like I said, magic in combat is great. Lightning, lightning, lightning. That's great as long as you're standing on top of the hill and nobody's hitting you. The instant somebody gets in close with a mage, they're going to have a very bad day. But that's the strengths and weakness of being a spellcaster. Spellcaster can call lightning down and strike you. Spellcaster can, carpet of adhesion, can do all this sort of weird stuff. But if somebody gets them up and close, even a standard ordinary person, even like a mechanic will actually have, I think, on average, have more attacks per melee than a mage. So even if like your lowest village vagabond gets up close and starts pounding away at a mage, the mage can't get off an attack because they're constantly under attack. That is the vulnerability. So what I'm basically telling you here is if you're a mage, stay out of hand-to-hand combat. Also, I have had it in campaigns, and let me just go back to this. I have had it in campaigns where the mage is trying to cast some, it takes 2 melees or 3 melees to cast a spell. They're casting a big one. If they get shot during that, they can't really concentrate. I try to use intelligence, and I've made them roll to keep their concentration or mental endurance, the mental ability to take damage, i.e., physical attack. It just works that way. I've had them, it's like, and if they're being shot at by something, if it hits them, you can concentrate all you want if it's not hitting you, but the instant it strikes you, even if you get a magic, well, if you had a magic shield up, I basically state that the magic shield is somewhat far off your body, essentially like a bubble. So it just deflects off, takes the hit. But you got body armor on, and it hits you. I make it so the mage has to roll either mental endurance to see if they can. And it's a basic mental endurance save. I think it's like 12. Most of them can make it because usually a mage has pretty high ME. Okay, if you made your mage right, he has high ME. But that is what you do. It is the weakness of a mage. It is the advantage of those that are not mages to bum rush them, to overwhelm them with attacks. Mage can't cast spells while grenades are going off around him. Unless they really have mental endurance. So, with that being said, this is a briefer episode because it's a shorter section. I'll get on to the next one in the next episode. All right, with that being said, as I said before, and I'm repeating myself, I think, maybe. All right, I would like to say like, share, subscribe. Please do. I just had a couple more people. I now have 69. I would love to get over 100 subscribers because that would be bloody awesome. And no, I'm not British. But please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, comment in the comments, tell me if I'm doing something right, if I'm doing something wrong, if you want me to shorten the segments, if you want me to lengthen them. I've been trying to kind of keep them around 10 minutes, but that would make it more sense because even I don't like watching videos on YouTube that are 30 minutes long because I have life. I have life, kids I love dearly, and I try to take care of them. So, yeah. And with that being said, I have worked with Fergal, and I do know Chad the man